Okay, so this is the back of the little barn. Part of the wall here that's protruding. There are stones falling into our lovely neighbor's garage. Yeah, that looks unstable.
So I have been laying the straw all over this garden. I think when I first put it down it was between 70 centimeters and a meter thick, and it has been raining all night and all morning, and it's already shrunken by, well, in some areas maybe even 10 to 20%. It looks absolutely horrible. The point is that this straw will kill off the grass and the weeds underneath. It will be nutrients for the soil. It will protect the soil from the cold in the winter, and hopefully it will make it easier to make garden beds next year, because this whole area is supposed to be vegetable garden and fruit garden. As you can see, so much straw everywhere. And so much work still to do to make this into the dream garden that I'm dreaming about. As you could tell from the inside, we haven't even gotten all of the straw out, but there's still a huge pile lying underneath the barn that somehow needs to still be distributed into the garden, and that we're trying to keep dry, but the wind keeps pulling up the tarps that we've put over it.
Yeah, it was very intense work and very boring also. We did stints of 3, maximum 4 hours per day. We could not, we were totally broken after those hours. We were broken. We filmed almost nothing of it, unfortunately, but it just was not fun.
In this corner of this barn you can see 3 different techniques from 3 different eras of how they would fill up the space between the Fachwerk. This is the oldest one. It's basically wood beams, some branches from trees, straw and simple clay to fill up the beams, the Fachwerk. It's all free materials that are readily available in this area. In this one there's already a little bit more of a process going on. These are a kind of clay bricks that are, by the looks of it, hand made, and in between there is a mortar which is also clay based. So it's still all materials from here, but they have been prepared and mixed, and it's already a little bit more of an industrialized kind of an approach. And then this last one is the one where you can see industrialization taking place. All of the bricks are of a standard size. They have been made in a factory from a very light, very porous material with a lime-based caulk cement in between. And funny enough, this more modern and most recent wall that is actually giving us the most trouble right now.
We found a lot of holes in the floor. It's not as dangerous as you may think. We've cleared it out so that it's obvious where the holes are. And when we started, we looked on the ground floor where the holes were. So we're covered on that. But some of the holes, we think, were made on purpose, like this one. And I'll show you a few more where I think that the holes were not made on purpose. But this whole problem with this small barn has led to deterioration of the floor as well. The holes were simply because of moisture damage.
This very large hole is one of the holes that we suspect was made deliberately. The ground floor of this barn is partitioned in 2 parts, and we have the suspicion, although we are not 100% sure, that this part was used as a stable, probably for horses. And we think that since this was the straw and hay attic, that they simply made a big hole so that they could drop straw down whenever the horse needed it.
And what's that behind you, Marianne?
V-shaped things that were used Lex, I am not a farm girl. What do I know about farm equipment? Absolutely nothing.
We have a few pieces of this board that we can use as a platform for the scaffolding. And it looks like we still have half a meter to clear before we can accommodate these boards. So let's go to work.
What is this? Cap of a basket. Newspaper. Berliner Blatt von 17 Januar 1913.
Yeah. So more newspapers. It looks like this was a time capsule. Maybe dig a little bit deeper.
I think that was the treasure for today. There's nothing else. Bit more newspaper.
Bit more newspaper.
This has been eaten by the mice. Also, Berliner Zeitung. Zerschlagen. An der Sommer alle Ingriffe. This is a piece about the war at the Somme, you know, where all those big trench wars were.
The Battle of the Somme?
Der Deutsche Kriegbericht.
Hmm.
Yeah, the battle on the Somme, yeah.
Yeah.
This is about the Battle of the Somme. Ah, man. Why can't people stop making war?
Yeah.
We haven't learned a thing since then.
110 years ago. We haven't learned a thing.
Nope.
Okay, I'll stop filming now before we get too depressed. Behind me is the small barn, as you can see, and I'm at the left entrance. I just removed the door so I have totally free access, and I'm about to start clearing that area. You have almost seen nothing from that barn, so this should be interesting. The plan is that we're going to support the ceiling beams that you see here. I think they're sturdy enough, but you can never be too sure. So we're going to shore this up, and then we can put scaffolding on top of it. This small room is not as bad as some of the others that you have seen us clear up. There are some things that we need to remove, like this pile of slate, a small stack of old cement bags that are rock hard, of course. Somewhere in the past they tried to fence off a small area, probably because of animals that they kept here. But we need to remove those planks at least, so that we have room for the supports. And finally, an old gasoline tank. And that's what I'm going to start with, removing that thing. There's no steel inside this enclosure, it's just a thin layer of bricks, so it shouldn't be too hard to remove. Okay, there's still no movement in the tank. By the looks of it, that's because it's mounted on something. Yep. It's mounted on something. Wood beam, probably. Yeah, it's definitely wood. So now the question is, why is this so sturdy? Could it be that this has a cement floor and the beam has been attached to the floor? I'm beginning to think that's the case. That would be a complication.